Writers of entertainment, heed that warning before it's too late. Watch for the telltale signs of corruption. Does your producer say things like, "We'll work it out on the stage"? Is he having drinks with Mike Darnell? Did he sign Tom Bergeron to an overall deal? Does he want your show to be more Kirby? Are certain words creeping into his conversation? Words like Zucker.
Trouble.
And Bonnie Hunt.
Trouble.
Well, if so, my friends, you got trouble.
We got trouble.
When you don't have writers.
When you don't have writers.
With a capital T and that rhymes with C and that stands for crap.
That stands for crap.
We've surely got trouble.
We surely got trouble.
When you don't have writers.
Yes, sir.
We've been sent out here to charm and cajole you with some of the stories that happened during the making of Brian's song.
It's the interracial story of two best friends who meet on the football field. I played Gail Sayers.
I'm very honored to be a member of this community, and I'm especially proud that we all stuck together and showed such backbone during the strike. It was it was then that so many names that I admired turned into people I admired.
There's so many writers in this room that are truly heroes of mine. It's wonderful to have the opportunity just to thank all of you for all the inspiration that you've given me as a writer over all the years.
This movie has really been an incredible experience for me. It's taken me from the streets of Baghdad to this moment, and to be honored by the Guild in this way. And there are so many members of this Guild that I admire and have grown up admiring. I can't tell you how heartwarming it is and how welcome I feel.
This time of year, the word community gets thrown around a lot. Acting community, writing community, directing community. What's nice about this process is you actually start to feel a sense of community with writers, and you're able to commiserate and celebrate with them.
I can't tell you how proud I am, how extraordinarily proud I am to stand here in front of all of you. I'm very proud to be a writer. I'm a writer when I'm writing, I'm a writer when I'm directing, and I'm a writer when I'm editing. I am always a writer.
The Simpsons is still one of the best written shows on TV, and the proof is in the fact that there are 5 Best Animated nominations, and they all went to The Simpsons. Now, my staff was a little bummed out, but as I told them, hey, you know, there's always room next year for 5 more chances for your peers to tell you, we do not like what you do.
Obviously, I'm very thrilled to have won this. But on the other hand, I'm even more delighted none of my colleagues won. Truth be told, of course, everyone knows that writing is very collaborative, so I do need to thank the 5 losers at table 34.
Thank you to my family who inspires me, my daughter Matilda. Wow, I'm glad she's 9 months old and won't remember that.
To my daughter, Fernanda, who's 2, honey, if you're watching this at home, you've done something very strange to the television because I don't believe the show is broadcast.
This is a great platform, a great soapbox here to finally explain what a writer does in a documentary. Now that I got this, though, I think I'm going to keep it to myself.
I lost earlier, and I wish they would have just let me do this, you know. They should have let me lose later. It's like, I gotta come out here and fucking work after losing?
Hey, man, dolphins are cuter than black women. I know it's a little known fact. There are no theme parks built around having fun with black women. There are none. I love my wife, but if I could trade her in for a dolphin? Man, you can stay with a dolphin forever.
Okay, let's...
Tiger Woods would not be in trouble if he'd had a dolphin.
No?
They put the big awards early.
Yeah.
But maybe we can sneak out early after this.
I don't think we can because we're sitting with John Wells and the White Shadow over there.
I don't know who John Wells is.
He did ER. ER, you ever see that show?
That's the Eric LaSalle show?
Yeah.
We had a really good speech.
Lovingly crafted speech.
Based on the
premise.
What we thought was a fairly safe assumption.
Yeah.
4 out of 5 chances that
at least
that we would lose.
But
now
now
I'm happy.
I was raised by parents who believed in unions and who taught me that we have obligations and responsibilities to others beyond ourselves. Participating in the governance of the Writers Guild is part of that, but so is teaching, lobbying politicians, and being conscientious member of the worldwide community of writers. We can never forget we write for a global audience, and because of that fact, being of service to writers is being of service to the world.
Tony Peckham was raised and educated in South Africa before moving to San Francisco to flee apartheid. As an actor, it was a true joy to be able to portray Tony's Nelson Mandela.
I'd also like to thank my guild, my only tribe, really, since 1989, for honoring me with this award.
This evening, the Writers Guild of America has chosen to bestow one of its most prestigious awards on Larry David. To try to comprehend an existence in which this man, Larry David, is lauded by any part of society is tantamount to imagining a fifth or sixth dimension or a particle of antimatter or Mel Gibson appearing on the next Chabad telethon. It simply boggles the mind.
There's a disturbing element surrounding this. I've noticed that whenever something good happens to me, it's usually followed by something terrible. And this thing has got disaster and doom written all over it. I mean, it's a great honor, but it's not worth getting hit by a bus. So thank you, Writers Guild, for the death sentence. I only hope I live a few more months to enjoy it.
Barry Levinson's movies all have one thing in common. I'm not in any of them. Barry and I are very good friends, and he's a lovely dinner companion, but would it have hurt to have written just one thing for me? And I can never figure out why. When he was putting Diner together, he said to me, Billy, I just don't think you're right for a Jewish guy who grew up in the 50s. We're going with a different kind of Jew named Mickey Rourke.
Barry, good day. It's right, I'm down under here in Australia. I just want to congratulate you on your Writers Guild Award, as we call it a WGA.
I think in some ways, all of us are influenced by those who've gone before us, whether we're conscious of it or we're not. And we build on that. We build on those writers who were so influential that somehow some of that seeps into our heads. And it's great to be here because here are writers from all over the country with all these different backgrounds. And the one thing we have in common is this passion to tell stories. I am a storyteller. I'm very pleased to be here in this room with other storytellers.
I wanted to be a writer since I was a little boy, a pudgy little boy with a full head of hair who was never got enough respect, who had an insatiable appetite for attention but couldn't take a compliment, who couldn't play the guitar, couldn't play sports, and the only things I was good at was jerking off and lying. And there's an award for that. We're proud to be part of this, and the strike told me that being a writer meant that I didn't have to take shit from anybody, and that when we held together, that we were as valuable as he thought we were. So anyway, thank you.
We got trouble, trouble, trouble.
Oh yes, we got trouble, big. We got big, big trouble.
With a T.
With a capital T.
Gotta rhyme it with C.
That rhymes with C.
And that stands for crap.